wanted to rant again about this load that I had delivered yesterday. Oh man, it was a blast. All right, starting off, we picked it up in Houston, Texas, at the Watco terminal, the port of Houston. It was wonderful. You had to have your safety glasses, hard hat, high visibility vest, steel toe boots, long sleeve shirts, the whole 9 yards. And if you didn't have it, they would not even process you at the gate. And on top of that, getting in there and finding the right place to be was fun. Oh, plus you had to have a TWIC card, but that kind of goes without saying. Guys and gals, get your TWIC card because it will come in handy eventually. I've used mine twice this month. Anyway, it was a decent load. Some electronics parts going to Jacksonville, Florida. Alright, I picked it up on Friday, delivered it on Monday, went through the house for my 34th, part of my new thing. But I had a bad feeling when I picked it up. The guy told me, call him on the other end and all that kind of stuff. Well, the broker, C.H. Robinson, something got miscommunicated between the broker, the customer, and the receiver. And I get there 10 o'clock Monday morning. I had till 4 o'clock that evening to make the load. I had another load behind this one I keep in mind that I was going to pick up. A lightweight load coming right on back to Houston. 3 golf carts was going to pay me, I forget, $1,500-$1,600, which is not great, but coming straight out of Jacksonville with 0 deadhead, and I was going to save a lot on diesel. It was going to be pretty good money. Anyway, I get over at 10 o'clock, check in. I don't have a reference number. Nobody said anything about a reference number. So, long story short, I know, thank you. That afternoon, at 4 o'clock, we get a reference number. I turn in the reference number, and the receiver's like, hey, okay, you can pull in there and drop your trailer. I said, oh, no. We're not doing that. That's my trailer. It ain't coming off of my truck unless I'm right in front of it and y'all are unloading it or something. I'm not dropping it. You're not storing my trailer on your property. Somebody got something confused. Well, it was about 4:45, and the guy finally came out there and told me, all right, pull on around back here. We're going to unload you, and somebody will pay for the storage cost. I said, okay, good with me. I pulled back there. The guys unloaded me, which there was another guy beside me that they had to load. They pulled him in first, and then I was told to park right beside him. Well, guys and gals, y'all please make sure you're straight with your dock. Because if you're not straight with your dock, you're making it a lot harder. Look at that little hot shot on the guy that's going to have to park next to you. Because, I had like inches between the concrete and my tire on the left and his mirror on the right. It was a mess. I barely was able to get in there. So, it goes without saying, I lost the next 2 loads because I was stuck all day at that receiver. But I got unloaded, and C.H. Robinson, I just called them a while ago about my detention. Well, they're saying it could take a day or 30 days to get detention approved. Now, I'm no expert, but I've had brokers be able to pay me detention and send me an updated rate con that day. So, already my feelers are going up. I'm fitting to get messed around on this deal. Somebody's going to pay me for them 5 hours. I've got to send in my funding for the load, but I'm going to have to keep pushing for my detention after this, You know a driver's been there. You know everything's happening. You have a detention policy. You pay the detention immediately. You're not supposed to be waiting on the shipper to approve it. That just means if they don't approve it, you're going to not pay the driver, which is not what is agreed upon in the whole process, Anyhow, yeah, there's that. But C.H. Robinson usually treats me pretty good. We'll see how this works out. So I did, once I got to the dock, I looked on all the boards, and the best available freight to get me moving that day was an Uber load. So I was able to get unloaded and reloaded in the same day thanks to Uber. The quick and easy Uber. It was not the best paying load, but believe it or not, it paid better than the lightweight load. It better have, because it weighed about 3 times as much. I'm at 76,000 gross when I should have been maybe 40 gross. But I mean, I'm running 62 right now on the I-10. Y'all know it's pretty flat, and I'm getting 6.6 miles per gallon. That's pretty good, you know. And I'm not on a time crunch because this load don't deliver till tomorrow morning in Alexandria, Louisiana. So Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise, we'll make a little bit of money. We'll go buy the house, because you know that's my thing now. Tuesday I'm at the house, Thursday I'm at the house, and I got my 34 on the weekend, and I'm still keeping a full week. Matter of fact, last week I was thinking I made 5,200. Well, with the detention it should be a little bit more, but if I can keep this rhythm going and without too many problems like I had yesterday, it'd be pretty sweet, because usually you end up with a good week and a bad week, a good week and a bad week, and if I can stay in a rhythm with a decent week every week, that consistency is going to help shoot me out of our debt crisis and keep my business floating while so many are struggling, you know. And that's what I'm after. I want to stay afloat, stay profitable. And a lot of that has to do with my truck. You know, my truck, she's pretty old. She's 950,000 miles, you know, but she's still pushing. She's still struggling. She's got a few issues here and there, but we're working on them, trying to keep her up. But yeah, that was a really fun load. I wish I could have took a lot more pictures over there, but I'm running behind. I got things going on. I ain't got enough road footage. But the port over in Houston, we got good spots and bad spots. I was in a particularly more aggravating spot over there at this side of the Watco terminal. Watco does have another one that's not near about as bad, but it's all open deck stuff. But yeah, I would haul for them again, but I might go for another 25 to 50 cents a mile if I go back in there for Watco. Hey, I was getting a good line on a can load out of Houston. And, you know, the load that was going over to Houston was going to be golf carts, and then I had one from Houston going back to Georgia, and it was a load of cans, and it was paying good. But no, somebody had to mess up and think I was a drop container and cost me a whole day of work. But what really is the deal is they did not give me a reference number until late that evening, so nobody even knew what we were supposed to do at the receiver, because nobody even had the reference number. No CH, not the customer, not the receiver, not the shipper. Nobody had the little 5-digit number that would get me in the gate and get me unloaded, or at least get the conversation started about me getting unloaded. So our conversation didn't even start until almost 4 o'clock Monday afternoon to get me unloaded, because that's about when I got my reference number. You know, there was a lot of ball dropping, you know, leaving me just out there in limbo, not knowing what was going on. I don't appreciate it, because I run a pretty tight ship. I do my part to the best of my ability. Unless there's an act of God, I'm pushing to make it happen. And that's the way I think we all should be. I try to keep my reputation good. I try to do everything I can to be on time, to secure my load. You name it. That's what I'm trying to do. And I think they should be going above and beyond. You know, they left me for hours without calling me or letting me know anything yesterday. You know, if I'm dealing with a situation like, I expect a call about every hour at least. Still haven't heard. An email, a text, something. Communicate with the people you're working with. Communication is key. But anyway, that's the end of the rant. That's long enough. But that was just one load from the week. It took up a pretty good bit of the week, because it was Friday to Monday. But, you know, actual running and all, it wasn't that bad. About I'll catch y'all on the next ride.